Alright, okay. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's kind of hard to see. Right here, I got a really bad problem. The cable pulled off from the transmission shifter, and this thing here just has so much play in it, it's unreal. I couldn't find anything on YouTube, so I thought I'd do this one here, and just in case, I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a bushing, but it's so loose. It's not supposed to be like that. Anyways, I got some of it took apart, but I gotta take this off. And there's a bolt there, a bolt there, a bolt there. And that, I've got to take those off. There we go. Oh, these bad boys are paint. Just pulled up. Oh boy. Take these on loose, my fingers. Oh yeah. Kind of long for something like this. It's a little easier. Alright, I think it'll pop off now. I think. Maybe not. Well, something seems to be holding it in still. What the heck in a hole in a hay in a hose is this going on? Is that all one piece? Shouldn't be. It should. I don't really know. That is, isn't it? I mean, I gotta take this off. No way. That's ridiculous. What? Shouldn't that come off? Okay, well, until I figure out how to get this thing off, I'm going to have to turn this off for a minute and restart it. Okay, well, as everybody can see, I got the cover off, and unfortunately I broke this little piece here by pulling out on it a little too far, and it broke these screws that hold the light switch onto the back of the cover right here. Goes right here. Fits in somewhere like this. I think like this. Like that right there. And I broke them off. Right there, right there. Just pulled on it a little bit too much, I guess, and it just went crack. Just a little bit. Always a good idea to unplug these things before you pull too far. And then I had to unplug this right here, which is the dimmer switch thing. It had to be unplugged. It was just a little clip latched on here, just to pull up on this little prong thing. It looked like this. This one over top of it. You have to pull up on it, pull it out. Anyways, I have to get that fixed somehow. Super glue it together, maybe. Something. I'll figure that one out later. But anyways, on this one here, you can see this is where I've been having my problems. There's a bushing right here that controls this, so it's not real, you know, bouncing up and down. But right here, underneath this clamp, right here, you take this up. There's a little bushing under there that was slid down this way. And then I come to find out by looking down a little bit further. If you look, try to zoom in, the whole shaft is broke right there. See that line? The whole thing's broke. So I gotta take this whole thing off. See? Separated right there. Oops, 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 oops. Boink. It broke. So once I figure out how to get this thing off, and I'll kind of update it a little bit as I go. Okay, here's the dash plus panel. There's a hole right there, right here, and right. Just 4 of them. You take those loose, you gotta pull it out about yay far until you get your hand behind there. And there's these cables. There's a short white one and a kind of short black one. The short white one goes at the bottom, the short black one goes at the top. And there's this little bitty prong you just push in on, and you gotta twist back and forth and then pull out, and it'll come out. And then this here, this comes out too. There's just 2 little, excuse me, there's just these little tabs here. You just pull back on a little bit and then pull it straight down, and it comes out. Here's the black one right here. It goes to the top. Black one goes to, plugs into the top. That's a short one, and then this short white one goes in below it, to the plug in below it. And you pull it out a little bit more, then you get to the other side, and there's this big long one. It goes all the way to the other side, so it's hard to confuse it. So you just pull it out, and you set it down with the rest of your stuff. This gives you a little access to everything, but you can see now better what I was talking about earlier. The wires stay over here. See how it's broken? So I gotta drop this whole thing down, take these bolts off of there. You got like special bolts. You can see it. They gotta come off. I gotta figure out if I could weld it back together. If not, try to replace the whole thing. But anyways, I believe I'm gonna have to take off this column right here. Take this bracket off, loosen these bolts up, drop this whole thing down to where I can see what I'm doing, try to get this thing loose. But and this is just for the, it's broke actually, because I accidentally broke it, anyways. We'll try it later. Well, I'm just taking all kinds of things off of here. This is the steering column. This comes through, connects to this. Got to unplug it. I'm pretty sure it does, maybe not. Are you ready? Where did it hook up to? So I pulled it off. Forgot to look. Let's see what it was going to. Oh, this goes on to here, right there. Okay, now this, I don't know what the hell that went to. Anyways, I pulled it off. I know the yellow one goes to that one. Oh, I see. The black one goes in right there. Right there. Oh well. Doesn't look like it would fit though. That's not all right. Anyways, I'm still trying to get back into there to try to get this thing off. Got the steering wheel, everything off. Oh yeah, that must be for the cruise control and all that crap. Well, I'll figure it out as I go along. Got a good idea for the overdrive since it broke anyways. What I'm going to do is I've got the skull shifter that goes on the end of this. I'm going to drill a hole in it and put a set screw in there to hold it in place, and I'm going to take these two, I'm going to run them up through the top of the skull, drill a hole in the skull, put me a switch in there to where I push in on it and it sets the overdrive. Wouldn't that be slick? That'd be slick, wouldn't it? It would be. But that's what I'm going to do with this. Whenever I get the other stuff fixed on it. There. Got so much stuff here, man. I hope I can remember how to put this back together. Let's go over here. Don't go over there. I'm just trying to get it out of my way. That's better. Now I got this thing all taken apart, man. This here is the starter, the electronic ignition. It just goes in there, bolts on with this screw here, and this screw right here. Just goes in through there, and through there. I kind of boogered that up trying to get that to work, but I'm just going to replace this whole switch. It just unplugs from this right here. Oh, it's broke. That should be easy to get loose. Anyways, it just unplugs and plugs into a new one and just goes back up in there. Okay, just as soon as I get this thing down to get that bar off, I'll have more. Finally got the thing unbolted, and there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little screws you know, that look like this right here. They're all pretty much the same size. I just put everything back into the same like a star bit, back into the same holes so I don't lose them, and I know exactly which holes they go into. Anyways, the column shifters right here, right there's where it was broken. I got these clamps off. There's clamps like this right here that just goes over these right here, and then one right back here, and that bolts on there. And then there's another bracket right here that goes over it, goes like this, like that, and bolts to 3 of them. That's a neutral switch or something, I don't know what it is. But anyways, I took it off to the side, and it bolts to this bolt right back there, and this one, and then up and over to that one. And then there's another clamp that goes right there. And then there's a cable, the regular shifting cable that goes to the transmission, that hooks to this bracket in the back. Anyways, you get that off, you gotta take it, turn it, and then pull it out. And then here's where there's a cable that goes to your transmission, and it just sits, just kind of snaps in on there, and you just gotta pull it really hard and it pops off, and then the whole thing will come out. But as you can see right here, it is broke, and I didn't do it. It happened when my son was practicing parking, and these screws right here were loose somehow. I don't know how the hell they got loose, but these were loose, and this bushing right here had slid out, and it caused so much play in it he couldn't tell if it, you know, how it was working, and he pulled down on it and broke it. But I didn't do that. But I got to figure out how to fix it. Either weld it or see how much it costs to buy another one. But anyways, this is the bracket right here, and here's the column shifter. My overdrive is broke off, but I got a way of fixing it, fixing the overdrive. But here's the wires for the overdrive. And all you got to do, you could drill a hole into your dash and put have a push button on off for your overdrive, and just have it mounted in your dash somewheres. But I got a better way of doing it. I'm going to put it inside this, if I can find it, inside my little shifting knob. It's missing an eyeball, but I can get another one. Anyways, what I'm going to do is put this up on there right here, and then drill a hole all the way up through the top, and then make a bigger hole for a reset button to go into, and then run my wires up through there, hook them up to my switch, then put my switch in place, maybe put a little bit of glue or something on it. That way when it's on there, I want overdrive, and pull it back down the drive, just push a button, boom, overdrive's on, overdrive's off. That's just an idea. I might not do it, but it's just an idea. And I still have to fix my actuator. I've got to take this thing off and put a new actuator on there because it broke as well. I can turn the ignition on and start it, but I can't turn it off and stop it. I had to use an engineered piece of steel that I made. This right here. I had it going down into the back of where the actuator was, and had it hooked right here up inside the column. And then when I wanted to turn it off, I just grabbed this piece here and pulled back just a little bit, about that much, and it turned the car off. But so you see, I had to get into this thing anyways and tear it halfway apart just to fix that. But when the other part broke, I'm like, oh man, well, now's a good time, I guess. Alright, but here's what it looks like back in there. And I'll see if I can't see. Yeah, here it is. Can't get to it too good from there. But maybe I can pull it down and show you. I don't know if you can see it. Ah, there we go. That is your shifting cable right there. That's what snaps onto that little bar on the end of your column shifter. And that goes down to put it in neutral, reverse, and all that. And here's that piece I was telling you. It just has like 3 brackets, 3 bolts. You see that one right there? There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And it just goes over these 3 bolts like that. It just basically sits right like that. And that's your selector thing, where it tells you your neutral and all that park. You know, you gotta just pull it back and move it up or down. Okay. As you can see, you got the steering wheel off, and it's all down there on the floor, right there, and all these parts. And there's this. I need a new piece for this too. This is broke. This little piece right there, but I might be able to fix that myself. But if not, so I have to buy another little piece. But anyways, this is what I got to work on now. I'll just take this off. I'll just let it sit right there. But alright, when I get the rest of it apart, I'll show you again. Okay, this little piece here goes on like this. Then the spring goes on. Like this. So that goes on like that. There's another piece up in here. Ah, you dum-dum. Can't get that bad boy out. There we go. Like a little bushing. No, it's just a damn little clip. Oh, it's a bushing. I don't know what the hell it is. Can't tell. This is a round ring. And this, no, it is a little bushing. It's broke. Oh well, anyways, this goes in like that. It goes in like this too. So this goes in like that. Like this. Boom. Yeah, this should come off now. I had these wires disconnected. Alright, let me get those taken care of. Well, I got the bar off, like I said. Everything else is taken apart. I was able to get my ignition back together, and I can use my key now. Start it, turn it off, pull my key out. So that was one good thing. At least I got that fixed. So that's sweet. That's working. That was one good thing out of all this crap. One good piece of whatever. Okay, there's all my parts that I gotta put back together. And that's it.